Hi, how's it going today? So I'm Katie Ziskind. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and expertise in yoga therapy. So this video is all about couples therapy, love, aggression, anger, and how to handle your anger. So the first thing to talk about when we look at anger is that anger begins and ends within you. So if you're watching this video and you're feeling angry or frustrated, it's because you're trying to change something outside of yourself. You're trying to change someone else or make them different than the way they are. And the way to release your anger is to change your own mental attitude or your mental perspective. So if we look at this from a yogic perspective, we look at koshas. So your koshas are like layers of yourself. You have 5 bodies. And in these 5 bodies, you have different components of who you are. So your first body is your physical body. It's your Annamaya kosha, which means that when you get angry, you're going to feel it physically. So you're going to feel sweaty palms. You're going to have a dry mouth. You're going to have a tight jaw. You might even feel really hot in your core, in your belly. You might start getting indigestion. You might have a red face. So you're going to have physical components to your anger. Your next body in which you can address is your breathing body or your pranamaya kosha. So it's my cat Sarah up there. So when you look at anger, the best thing that you can do is to take a deep breath. So if you take a deep breath right now, like that instantly changes the way your brain works, and can even reduce the intensity of the anger, helping you to process it through. So anger is just a feeling. If you hang on to it, if you make it bigger than it is, by worrying about it or focusing on it too much, it's going to snowball. So it's going to be like this little snowflake of anger that could melt away if you let it go. But if you hang on to it and make it worse than it is, it will become a snowball, and it's going to take even more time to melt it away. And that snowball might land in your neck or might land in your colon, and you might have digestive problems or sleeping problems because of this emotional experience. So the next body is the intellectual or psychosocial body. So this is known as your Vijnanamaya kosha. So this is where you get to think about your feelings. So you get to think about the anger, and you're like, ooh, is it me? Is it the other person? Is it my partner? Where does the anger begin? It's a very good question, and it begins within you. So take ownership. Don't blame anyone else. So if you've been hurt, this is a really, really hard thing for a lot of people to grasp. Like if you've been hurt, if you've been cheated on, if you've been lied to in a relationship, like you have every right to be angry. But if you hang on to that anger, the other person, this person who's hurt you, will forever control you. If you can understand where they came from and why they hurt you and gain perspective, then in the Vijnanamaya kosha, this intellectual body, you'll gain a rational perspective. You'll gain thought. You'll gain awareness for yourself so that you can prevent this from happening again, because it's your pattern too. It's not just them. You invited them into your life. You invited them. You invited the trust, right? So there is a self-awareness piece that can be gained from anger. And also to be able to look at what's under the anger, because there could be shame, there could be betrayal, there could be loss, grief, abandonment, emotional neglect. There is so much that's underneath anger. Now, going even deeper, your Manomaya kosha, your wisdom body, is where you go when you understand your feelings, when you feel the feelings, when you cry, when you let it all out, and then you can gain wisdom to help another person through their pain. And you can be empathetic rather than, if you see someone cry, getting scared because you don't know what to do. You've dealt with it within yourself. And this wisdom is what allows you to be the best partner that you can be in a couple. You put aside the fears. If you live in fear, you're going to just create this negative pattern. If you live from your authentic self, from confidence, from healing energy, from being the light in the world, from doing your yoga practice every day or doing a meditation, you're going to clean out the past. Because if you live in the past, you're only going to create more self-sabotaging patterns in your life and in your relationship. The very most inner body is called the bliss body. It's the Anandamaya kosha. When you think about yourself, Have you gone through the physical anger? You've gone through the breathing. You've done the emotional work. You've thought about where you've come from, your past, your future, what you want, what you're looking to manifest positively. You gain bliss, because the bliss, the contentment, this tranquility, it's within you already. It's not from outside yourself. It's fleeting if you do think that something outside yourself will make you happy. If finally dating someone, finally being someone's partner, getting married, having a baby, getting a new car, getting that next $100 bonus from your job, whatever it is, like none of those things will make you happy. You have to be happy within yourself first, which means that you have to tap into your own bliss, your own consciousness, this sense of connection to all living beings. And then from that place, all of these external things will bring you joy, but it's because the joy is already within your heart, because you're already a good enough person, and the size of your bank account is good enough, and the size of your car, the size of your house is good enough. The color of your hair, the color of your skin is perfect just the way it is. You don't have to dye anything. You don't have to go tanning. You don't have to buy fancy clothes to be better, to have people like you. Because all of these things will go, right? When we pass, when we die, they just end. So coming back to anger, when you get angry, notice it, process it, and let it go without spreading it onto your partner like mud. Like if you are angry and you're with someone that you love, like even if you think that they made you angry, they didn't. They triggered you, and they're now your greatest teacher. So your partner can teach you about all those little nooks and crannies that need healing within yourself, right? When you let someone in, when they know how to push your buttons, they will. There's no doubt. Siblings push each other's buttons. Partners push each other's buttons. Your boss might know exactly how to push your buttons, right? So these people are your teachers. So go in with self-compassion and say, what virtue can I learn? Right? Instead of getting into the anger and getting into the drama, like go in to yourself in your mind. You could journal, you could do art, you could do some yoga practice, and say, what can I learn? Can I learn creativity, how to work with these people? How can I feel balanced in the midst of this, right? Because everything comes and goes within you. It's nothing outside of you. It's just a reflection of your own mind. Is there an opportunity to learn how to be at peace in the midst of the stress? So by asking yourself these questions, you can gain virtues. These are intangible components of what will help you feel bliss in all parts of your life. So harmony in the midst of a challenge, calmness and ease in the midst of tension, peacefulness and tranquility in the midst of anger, self-reflection, self-awareness in the midst of this tension. So I'm Katie Ziskind, a licensed marriage and family therapist, as well as a 500-hour registered yoga teacher. My practice is Wisdom Within Counseling, which is a holistic marriage and family therapy practice in Connecticut. I also offer distance video and phone sessions for those of you across the miles looking to delve into developing more self-confidence, improving the relationship you have with your partner, improving your couple's therapy bond, rekindling desire, really increasing the quality and the frequency of your sex life, and really building intimate, meaningful relationships with your partner. So my phone number is 860-451-9364. You're welcome to call in or text for a complimentary phone consultation to get started. To browse more, you can do so online at wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. I love working with couples who are in distress, who are distant, lonely, and still kind of stuck within the boundaries of a relationship. If your partner feels like your roommate, you're living together, but you're looking to kind of spice up your sex life, as well as have a more loving relationship, I would absolutely love to help you, and I'm very confident that I can help you both reconnect. I'm Katie Ziskind, licensed marriage and family therapist at Wisdom Within Counseling. I look forward to getting connected. I only have a few spaces left in my schedule.